Hi, this is Diego from NutriAdmin, and today I'm going to show you how to use the reports functionality. Firstly, let's imagine we have this example client record and you want to write a report for it. If we view the client, we see that there is, for example, in supplements, we identify that this client has magnesium and vitamin C deficiency. So we filled in this table in here for recommended supplements. Additionally, let's imagine that this client this information you can add during the consultation with the client. Imagine we tick these boxes here as a current food intake assessment, and we identify that this client has it's very low protein and very high carbohydrates and very low vegetables, and in general it's a not very good diet, and you want to recommend to this client diet recommendations. Imagine you want to recommend foods that are higher in protein and lower in carbohydrate. So you could have filled in this table, for example, with different food recommendations that you want to give to this client. This is information specific for example client in this case. Well, let's now write a report. You can click on report, new report here on the top. So you just have to, when you write a report, you have to select the client you want to write a report for. Let's say example client. And then you have to choose the data you want to include into the report. So let's say that for this client, we want to include supplements. So it's checked. Diet recommendations. I don't need lifestyle in this case, neither diagnosis. Just these three. The ones below, personal details, lifestyle, etc., they are unchecked by default because these fields come from the client questionnaire. So this usually will be information that your client has provided to you already via questionnaire. So normally you don't want to include it into a report because it may be repetitive information that you don't need to tell the client back what he told you already. All right, so let's generate a report. And what NutriAdmin does is it goes to the client record and it takes all the data that you filled in for these categories, such as food intake, supplements, and it's going to populate the report for you. So here we see, for example, the magnesium and vitamin C supplements. We see the diet recommendations, omelette, protein shake stuff, all is high in protein and low in carbohydrates. And finally, we see this table for assessment. So now let's imagine that you want to make some minor edit to this table. You can click on the blue pencil and you can edit it here on the report on the go. Let's change everything to medium to illustrate. Save changes. You see, it takes effect immediately. Then additionally, you can also remove a field if you don't want it by clicking on this X, red X. There we go. And you can edit this, phrase it a bit differently. You can add wheat in here. You can change the label. Don't eat this food. Because, for example, maybe you want to phrase it as an action, as a very quick bullet point for the client so that they can take this report and start implementing, changing their lifestyle immediately. You can, right. Now, if you, whilst you're writing a report, you can click on this tab, Example Client, to see a quick overview of who this client is. So, for example, you can find out here is this client a vegetarian, because if it is a vegetarian, I don't want to recommend any meat products. And the information indicates when it was last updated, so you also know if the information is up to date or maybe it's obsolete. Right. This is especially useful when you have a long relationship with a client, because maybe this client was created 5 years ago and you want to give this client the most up-to-date advice. Right. So client data is auto-populated. The next thing about reports is templates. So in this tab here, you can create and insert templates. So let's create a new template. A template is a paragraph of text that you write very often. For example, omega-3 sources. Let's imagine you can say salmon, mackerel, sardines, etc. Omega-3 omega-3. So imagine this can be a very long paragraph. It can have images, tables, any formatting you want. Imagine, let's save this template. When you have a collection of templates that you've created, you can now go to templates, insert omega-3, and insert it in here, right? Omega-3 sources, salmon, mackerel, sardines. So I'm going to illustrate with two other templates that I created previously. For example, what to eat with images. You just need to click on the blue insert template here. I'm going to put it here. Right, so I can have this template saved that includes images of foods that are high in protein and high in micronutrients, vegetables and animal products. And you can insert this one here. You can have another version for vegetarians, another version for someone that needs to eat more fiber. You can save whatever you want. I have another one here, eating protocol, I called it, which is just a table that includes some very generic information that will be applicable for many clients, such as eat small meals throughout the day, drink a lot of water, eat whole foods, don't eat candy, don't eat junk food. So you can create templates like this, however you wish, and then when you're making a report for a specific client, you can add the templates that are relevant for this person. And this way, in the end, what we want to achieve with the reports functionality in NutriAdmin is that you never have to type the same information twice. So if you are taking some private notes specific for this client, you'll get them exactly like you type them into the report. You don't have to first write them in a paper and then rewrite them in a word processor to generate the report. And secondly, all this information that is common to many clients, you can save it as templates and insert them with a click later. Once you're done with your report, you can save it with a name such as, let's say, first consultation report, because you can also say follow-up report or food recommendations report, whatever you want. Additionally, you can download it as a PDF if you want to send it to your client via email, and it's going to look exactly the same as in here. Let's click to see. So yeah, this is the PDF version, and you can send it to your client. And with the templates and with the client data auto-populated, you can generate the report truly in a few minutes, if not seconds. Finally, your logo will show here if you configure it in the settings, and other information such as who is the client, who is the practitioner, that's yourself, what day is it today. Right. Finally, if we go to reports, we can find this report, first consultation report, and view it again if you want to edit it in the future. Here we have it again. And finally, also in the client's view, example client, if you're reviewing this client record again, you can click on the reports tab to see all the reports that you've created for this client through time. You can sort by date and you can view it. So let's again retrieve the report we just created, and here we have it. So this allows you to, if you have a long relationship with your client, you're going to have a history of all the reports and all the data when they were created, and it's always organized for you automatically. All right, that's all for today. If you have any questions, you can contact me at diego@nutriadmin.com, and I'll do my best to help you. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.